guys, this is Peyton with Girls Gone Right, and today's episode is brought to you by one of our subscribers. So they actually introduced me to this channel that we are about to talk about. It is fairly fascinating, and actually a lot of this stuff kind of does make sense in the grand scheme of things. It's very interesting. So basically the bio says, I make scribbly colored diagrams that expose the cognitive processes behind hoe stuff, dating problems in the Western world, as well as other social, personal, and interpersonal phenomena. And this channel is actually called Hoe Math. So it's hoe_math. And it is this guy explaining, as he said, these crazy phenomena that women think on TikTok, or debunking these dating rules on TikTok. And he has a whole algebra problem to explain his thesis and debunking it. So it's actually very interesting. So whoever sent this to me, shout out to you. I saw a comment saying that I should react to this, and I looked into it, and actually it is fairly fascinating. So why not? We are going to go ahead and get into it. The first one we are going to start with is avoidant or addicted. So this one is talking about the attachment styles that they've been around for so long, and I actually love reading. I don't know if you guys have heard of this book. I'll link it below. It's called The Attachment Style Book, and it discusses all of the attachment theories and styles. But it's been a big trend on dating talk. So he goes over debunking it, and we are gonna go ahead and react to the first little bit.
Long shorts. Avoidant or addicted? Attachment styles are a hot topic right now, and they are important, but I think sometimes people get avoidant attachment confused with being addicted to dating apps.
If you were nothing but nice to your ex, you gave them literally everything, your heart, your soul, your time.
Wanderlust QT does a good job of describing the avoidant attachment style, but I want to add that this could also be app-based dopamine chasing, making people bored with real people. You get too much attention, you get someone in real life, and it's well, this is not how my apps feel, and you go and you try to chase the next person. Here's what she says about avoidant attachment.
Feel good to you. The reason your ex could have broke up with you is because they were so overwhelmed by how much love you were giving to them, how much attention you were giving to them, and energy, that they were just so overwhelmed they had to leave you.
The avoidant style develops when your childhood needs are not met or punished, and then when you grow up, you anticipate that happening again, and you leave in anticipation. The secure style develops when you get what you're asking for.
Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and stop there. It's interesting that this girl says that because you give someone so much attention, or you are just transparent with how you feel, you may actually like them, so you're going to have a conversation and you're going to show that you actually like someone, that causes them to detach from you and search for that feeling elsewhere. It's so interesting because that just seems like a cop-out, right? It seems like a cop-out that, nope, sorry, I liked him too much and that's why he ran away. I feel like that also convinces women that we need to play hard to get. Or what she's saying is she's conveying the message that you shouldn't be direct with dating and with how you feel. If you go on a first date and you tell someone that you actually really like them, or you're only seeing one person, some people have a roster and have multiple men on that roster, and they don't convey their feelings, and it's not emotionally transparent. It doesn't feel like there's a high emotional intelligence because you want to play that game. So what she's saying is that you should not do that because some guys run away from that. If you are honest with how you feel, they just are being avoidant. And that's what she's saying, is that these men fall into the avoidant category. However, no, he's saying that you are addicted to the dating app. You get the attention from one person and you're following that attention, and then you have it ingrained in your head that the grass is always greener, that there's so many more people on that dating app. And the thing is, you're on that dating app, you're still seeing the likes, you're still seeing messages from other people, and you're in your head, you're thinking that there's so many more other contestants that you can go out with. Why settle? So I completely agree with people are actually addicted to dating apps. And he's saying, it's the dopamine hit. This is totally true. I think it's just in our biology, and it's in our brain as well. We search for things that are going to give us that dopamine hit. So it's like, okay, I matched with someone, I got them to go on a date with me, date went well, hit it off with that person, they like me. Okay, where's that next hit of dopamine? Because to get that next hit of dopamine, I'm gonna have to keep pursuing this person and going on the same date or going on dates with the same person again and again. And maybe it's not as exciting as going out with a new person and then feeling like I conquered another date. Because I feel like that's where people are actually getting the dopamine hit from, is they're gamifying the dating apps. People are now turning dating apps into a game by saying how many matches they can get. How many people can they actually go out with? How many people can then they get to like them in return? And how many people are going to keep chasing them? It's gamifying, and I totally don't think that it is the avoidant theory. I don't think that this is anything biological. Like, because I guess like the avoidant part, the attachment style is your, how you grew up. It's like the Maslow's hierarchy of need, the attention that you received when you were younger, and like the love and everything like that, that kind of like shapes you. But I think the addictiveness comes from the dopamine hits. And I think that's what people are really after when they're on a dating app, and they become addicted to going on more and more dates. So totally agree with him on this one. Such a great point. And he has like a whole diagram to show you the difference between the avoidant, showing you the difference between the attachment style, like what that would fall under, and then the dopamine hit. So I love that he actually draws this out to you. So it makes kind of, in a way, it doesn't make more sense, but it kind of does. Okay, so we are going to react to the next one. This one is called Relationship.
Long shorts. Relationship. As a man, you cannot nice your way into attraction. Here is a guy who had not figured that out yet.
We play Mario Kart and we would eat Jimmy John sandwiches together, and that was the entirety of our relationship.
So this guy says that he was dating a girl who ghosted him, and then she dumped him because he put cereal boxes on his wall, and then married a guy who put beer boxes on his wall. Here's what it was happening. You were dating her, and she was not dating you. This is you pouring attention down her throat and onto her ovaries. This is one of the ways that men and women are opposite. Men like things, and we find people who like those things. Women like people, and then they find the things that those people like. As a woman, you have to not end up here, unless you want to, and it's fun for you, because you are protecting your body. As a man, you have to not end up here, because you are protecting your investment. The beer guy had this, and you did not. And I had this, and he did not. If a woman really likes you, she will just adopt all of your opinions. You can say, let's go live in the woods like Shrek, and she'll go, that sounds amazing. Again, the stuff you have in common is only good for good guy score. And so if she doesn't like you, it is never because of this. And this is never the solution.
So I definitely agree with him there. However, I feel like it's kind of controversial, right? Because common interests kind of bring us together. And at least when I'm in the dating pool and I'm looking for someone whom if I'm on a dating app, I kind of want to see that we have things in common. However, I do think that he's right in the sense that I will probably look at the man first. I guess is there some sort of attraction? Do I think he's funny? Do I think that he's physically attractive? Do I like his smile? Do I like his mannerism? So I guess the first layer of things is, am I attracted to that man? Yes. Okay, if I'm attracted to that man, are you conservative? Are you Christian? Do you go to church on Sundays? What does your lifestyle look like? What is your daily routine? What is your diet? All the things, what are your hobbies? Then you find out all the things that they are into. So I will back this guy up on this one. And also if you find him attractive and he's like, do you want to come live in the woods with me? You know what? You might find a girl that is willing to do that because she likes you so much. And I think that that's true because you kind of see it if you're in a relationship, you kind of take on their things as your own. I dated someone in college, and what they were interested in, it soon became things that I was now interested in because I was attracted to that man. I was dating that man, and because I like the man, I then liked the music that he was listening to because he was listening to it. So I'm not sure if it's just because I'm around those things because I'm dating them, but I do think that that's true, that eventually if you're dating someone and they have things that you kind of like that too, because you kind of want to bond over that and you are around that person a lot. So you kind of tend to adapt to what they like. And as for men, first of all, eating Jimmy John's and having all that weird stuff on your cereal boxes on your wall, that's not a date. That is a weird atmosphere for a date. Therefore, she did probably friend zone you because you're not taking her out, you're not investing anything in her. You should probably take her out on a date, show that you don't want to just be your friend, because like you can have one of your guy friends come over, eat Jimmy John's with you, play video games, that's a friend. You're not going to take your guy friend out to a steakhouse dinner unless that's the kind of friend you are, then you're a great friend. But that's taking it out of the friend zone. You want to show a woman that you value her and that you are chasing after her. Like you want to treat her right and that you are making her feel special. And that kind of crosses that friend zone barrier, right? Honestly, completely 100% agree with this one. Makes sense.